All right. Hello, hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. This is your mini medium on the A1R Psychic Radio and the Moonstruck TV. I am super excited to be back. I have been doing some traveling and getting over, some little bit of some of that Rona. But I'll tell you, I'm so excited to be back, and I'm excited to see how today's readings go. I'll tell you, just to share a little bit about where I just came from, which is going to contribute to our readings today as we do them. And then, of course, tonight at 7:45 p.m. Mountain Time. I do this all the time. 9:45 Eastern Time, which puts us at 5:45 Pacific and 6:45 Central. I'm learning these. Oh my gosh, my producer's probably just jumping for joy. So I'm learning how these are, but and hopefully I got those right. But I will be doing my free readings on now. I will be on my YouTube now, and my YouTube is Mini Medium 75. So if you just do the at Mini Medium all together with the 75 together, that'll get you to my YouTube. But we'll also post some links as well. And if you go to my Facebook page, Mini Medium, all of that will be there as well. Or you can join the live tonight from the Facebook page. So whichever platform you choose. Anyhow, so we'll see how readings are going to be tonight. I'm so excited because I just got back from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And I'll tell you, if you have never had the opportunity to go to Gettysburg, I highly, highly recommend it. The history there, just the feeling, the people, it was just incredible. I've never been to the East Coast, and most of my traveling's been all on the West Coast. And so it was kind of fun to see the East Coast and see how just how people are and they're different, even just some of the slang and the culture. It was just it's amazing how when you actually get out of the West Coast, and you get to see some difference. But just beautiful. The history was just amazing. Being a medium and being an intuitive, being an empath, being a sensitive, myself, I definitely had to make sure I was very protected. I did a lot of meditation. I did go on a paranormal investigation, which I'm super excited to share some fun upcoming things with that. I can't quite share yet, but I met some incredible teams, paranormal investigation teams on the East Coast. I'm going to shout out to New Jersey Paranormal, shout out to Paranormal Brew. They're another podcast, which I can let you know I'll be featured on her podcast here next month. More to come there. Also, Paranormal Unplugged, they're another podcast. I mean, just so many incredible teams. I'm probably forgetting some, but just I'll tell you, met Dave Schrader. If you know who Dave Schrader is, he is also stars in other paranormal programs, investigation programs that have been on Travel Channel and History Channel. And anyway, it was just incredible. It was something I enjoy doing in addition to doing my readings. I love the paranormal. So I did an event there and it was incredible. The readings were fabulous and just we got some beautiful connections. And I'm sure it had to do with the fact that it was the energy of the room and all of the people there that were there, other readers, other mediums. So anyway, but I'm super excited to be back and sharing my gifts with all of you and see kind of how today goes, or tonight goes, I should say. Before we get started, though, um, sometimes I'm already getting stuff in my throat. Some of you know when I start to channel loved ones in spirit or pick up on energy, my throat gets this weird kind of frogginess to it. So I have a feeling we're going to be connecting with um, some beautiful souls either tonight on the podcast or on my live, on my free readings tonight. But anyhow, when I get ready to channel, it's interesting. I will meditate and get myself centered and focused and grounded. So I make sure all the messages come through, whether it's through spirit guides, whether it's through my through my caller spirit guides, through loved ones in spirit. I just really want to make sure that, boy, that I am completely tuned in, as we call it. And when that happens, I pick up on numbers. And so, being that tomorrow, if you some of you are aware, tomorrow is the Lionsgate portal. Gosh, I almost sound like I had some accent there. The Lionsgate portal is tomorrow, 8/8, and we're also in the year of the eight. So we've got 8, 8, and 8. And then being in the year of the 24, we are in a multiple of eight, or can be divided by eight. So it's a very it's a very powerful energy right now. If you're not familiar, feel free to go and go. You can Google it. You can look out there. But it's the time for transitioning. It's the time for transformation. It's that infinity symbol, which the number eight is, right? So it's that infinite energy. So we're going to put out all that beautiful infinite energy. Well, this year, my friends, it's coming back to us tenfold, as we call it, so twice as much. So please be mindful, since we're in this 888 year, that you are wanting to transform yourself into what you truly want to transform yourself into, right? Or who you want to be, or your true self. If that's a matter of, you know, um, goals that you have coming. Let's say, you want to quit your job and you want to do as I'm doing, which I did 2 years ago and never looked back. I mean, these are the things that I highly suggest you start manifesting this year, and see how that is just going to beautifully transform. So, lots of exciting things over the next few days with that energy. Now, on top of that, we just entered into Mercury retrograde. So, as some of you, I can hear boos in the background, I swear. Yes, Mercury retrograde can be difficult for some, especially us Geminis. Mercury being our planet, our moon, I should say. So when Mercury goes into retrograde, especially for air signs and Gemini signs in particular, it can be very overwhelming. It can feel draining. It can feel exhausting. You can feel depressed. So I say during these next 3 weeks, which will be ending about the 24th, which we do have a post retrograde. So it goes on a little bit after. Um, Take this time to just reflect. Take this time to start writing down the things you want to manifest for this 888 year. So just some suggestions. If you are one that does very well and prospers and has all this energy during a retrograde, then be present in that energy and go get it. I say, especially if you are a Leo. So if you are a Leo, you're going to feel a lot of that. If you're a fire sign, you're going to feel that. So just some kind of interesting, fun energy information. So, with that, as I was sitting in here meditating and channeling, the number 35 came up. And I don't get very big numbers very often. This is a big number. So for me, this is going to be the age of 35. This is going to be March 5th. This can also be someone born in 1935. This can also be, and I really feel I'm being pulled this direction. So I'm going to tell you, I've got a younger soul that I've had with me. And now at the moment, I'm not sure on gender. Oftentimes that will come later, but I feel that this soul would have been 35, if that helps. So, for those who are listening, or if my callers tonight, keep that in mind. But also, if you hop on my live tonight for the free readings on my YouTube page, or my YouTube channel, excuse me, or on my Facebook page, please keep that 35 in mind. So, again, age of 35. Born in 1935. So we've got some grandparents, right? March 5th. Now, occasionally the souls on the other side like to mess with me, and they like to play a little math, because I'm not a huge fan of math, which would put us at, this would be 3 times 5 is 15, which I also wrote that number down because the number 15 was pretty strong. So please just keep these numbers in mind. I hope that they're going to resonate with one of my callers, or I know tonight on my free readings they will. But in the meantime, while I am uh, got my beautiful cards out here, I thought, you know what, we're going to do another Talking to Heaven message. And if some of you have listened to me in the past, the way that this works is I will pull a card according to the numbers that I am drawn to. And ultimately give the message. Now, uh, I often do affirmations, but lately the veil has been so thin between us and the spiritual realm that I really feel like just I got to listen to that intuition. And I really feel this message is going to resonate with many of us who have had a loved one on the other side. And so I want to share with you all the message from your loved one in spirit. And it says, "It was my time to go." I'm going to show that on the camera here because it's just a beautiful picture. And just the footprints in the sand and walking out to the water, on the beach, beautiful, just clear blue ocean. I mean, gosh, I want to be there. I mean, I'm not ready to be on the other side yet. Let me clarify that, but I'm ready to be in the ocean. How's that? But I just I know I resonate with this because my mom passed away very quickly, very unexpectedly, and I struggled with that, but I do feel it was her time to go. And so sometimes we just need to hear that little kind of confirmation from our loved ones that they are okay, that it was their time to go, and that they're okay. They're with us always, always, right? All right. Well, and when they're with us always, they always send people my way that are meant to be in my path and to do readings, and that's where numbers come in. So I'm excited to take my first caller, and I believe this is Kay, and Kay is from Texas. Hi, Kay. This is Mini Medium. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you. Thank you. How can I help you tonight, my friend?
Well, I was really hoping to to reach. Well, I was hoping for my father to reach to me, if possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and your father has crossed over. Is that correct?
Yes, actually, in
Okay.
2011.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So quite some time, but I'll tell you, like I was mentioning earlier, the veil between us and the other side is very thin, and some mediums feel that our loved ones need to be on the other side for at least a year before they'll pick up messages. But I've experienced I've done this about 28 years, and I've channeled souls that have been in transition. So it just depends on if that soul is ready. Now, that goes
Yes,
with souls that have been on the other side for a while. And it sounds your dad has been over there for about 13 years, 2011. So most likely his uh, his intention of coming through is going to be more likely than if he had just been gone a few days. So I would love to see if I can't pick up on your dad. I've had many souls, many energies with me today, if you will. And so uh, to start off, did you hear me mentioning the number that has been coming up pretty strong today for me?
um, I heard the number. It was very close to 35, but it wasn't on. Wasn't 35. It's very close though.
Okay, how do you resonate with that number or the number that's pretty close?
The year he was born,
Perfect. Okay, and what year was that, my friend?
39.
39. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, I just want to make sure that I am because sometimes souls will mess with me. I'm doing a little bit of automated writing now, so I'm going to be a little quiet for a moment. Let's see here. Okay, beautiful. Okay, all right. Let me tell you a couple things. I'm very drawn to your name. And so right now, what happens is that I welcome the soul to come in and I welcome them to use my energy to channel. And what they'll do is they will give me kind of a yes or no, if you will, or a male or female, and just kind of some fun information. If you're ever sitting there and you get goosebumps down your right side of your arms, most likely it's a male, the left is a female. So just kind of some fun little information there. Um, uh, as you mentioned your dad, and I had the younger soul that I have felt with me all day today. That whole right side got my chicken bumps, as I call them, my little goosies. So I do have a male presence. Now, I want to validate if this is dad or someone else connected to you, because I can never guarantee who comes through. Uh, but the male is got me circling your name over and over and over. So he's very thrilled with that name. This is a namesake, or just that he had something to do with naming you. Do you understand that with your dad?
Did you say Lynn K?
Does that make sense to you with your
You said
dad?
Lynn?
Your
Yes.
name, my friend. Yeah, and his name. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. And okay. Now, oh wow. Okay. Uh, uh, Was dad military based? Because he's shown me the number 11, and 11 for me is Veterans Day, November. Um, but he feels to me coming through very, um, just just very proud. He's holding himself in this very proud way. Was dad ever military or involved in the military?
No.
Okay. How about the number 11, my friend, or the 11th of a month, or the month of November?
My mom was born in November.
Okay, beautiful. And is mom, has mom crossed over?
No.
Mom is here. Okay. They'll do this when they want to give a message to someone here in the physical world. So I just want to get more validation. This is either dad, or I may have a younger soul coming in. And uh, the number 11 for me is validating that month of November, or the 11th of a month. But also with that, uh, wow, okay. Oh, just one moment. You got a whole lot starting to come in. Um, I I keep picking up on three childlike souls around you right now. Okay, so um, three childlike souls for me is going to be children. Do you have children?
I do.
And how many do you have?
I have two. I
Beautiful.
was
Okay,
born on the 3rd.
you're pretty beautiful. Okay, hey, so here is the number three coming in, and connecting to you. Now, I do want to tell you, you do have a child that is here with me. I don't have dad. So that's where I wanted to make sure, because um, I know dad passed away quite some time ago, but I feel that this childlike energy just doesn't give me what I call my validation that this is dad. And I always tell people I'll do my best, but they're emphasizing so much about you. They're emphasizing mom, because they mentioned mom's birth month, they mentioned your birthday. Now, I do feel this is a younger male, so I do feel he's given me the feeling of being male. Um, uh, were you ever aware if your mom had a miscarriage or had a loss of a child?
No.
Okay, okay. I When I feel a childlike soul like this and wanting so much to connect with you and with mom, I just want you to take it with you. Um, because I there's the direct connection to you and with your mom. So hang on. I know I've got another caller waiting. We might have to have you hop on my live tonight, my friend, or we might have to finish your, because you got a whole lot of soul stepping in. Um, okay. I want to do this for you, my friend. This happens often when the energy is so much. I've got another caller waiting. Are you familiar with Facebook? Do you get on Facebook very much? Are you there, Kay? Oh goodness, we might have lost her. That's what happens with the energy. All right. Are you there, Kay? Yeah, okay. All right. We'll hop on and grab our next caller, and then hopefully we can get hooked up with Kay lady later. But let's hop over to Linda, and I'm super excited. Linda's from Pennsylvania, which is where I just got back from. Hi, Linda. This is Mini Medium. How
Hi.
are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you so much for taking my call.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome, my friend. Yes, and I will get as much as I can in about the 6, 7 minutes we have. So, how can I help you tonight?
Just an overall, I guess, reading for just um, future and general,
Okay.
just family and anything you can provide. I greatly appreciate it.
You got it. You got it, my friend. Okay. I'm going to just kind of pull a few cards. Sometimes I like to see if the cards will start to validate visions, which is ultimately how I do my readings. And a couple things that I'm already getting, which is absolutely beautiful. A couple things I'm going to tell you. Wow. Okay. Um, Have you, when you started to talk, I instantly got goosebumps down my whole left side. And the way that I describe this is it's a very strong feminine energy. Now, this doesn't mean that necessarily you have a soul on the other side that's a female wanting to come in. It can be, but what I feel that this is more collectively with you, my friend. So, the moon is such feminine energy, and you have such this beautiful healing, very strong energy, especially with the metaphysical, especially with the moon, the stars, stones, crystals. Are you very drawn to those types of things?
Yes, very much so. That's so funny. And I
Yeah.
do have a couple email souls on the other side that could also be um, when you had mentioned that the female energy that they usually come through. But
Yes.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very much on the crystals, and I just started Reiki.
Oh, I love that. I'm a Reiki practitioner as well. I'm working on my master, but we're getting there. And I knew that you had such this beautiful purpose of energy um, that resonated with me, and that strong feminine energy. So, some things I want you to really kind of harness in with this journey I see you going on. I pulled three cards here, and one is the Magician card. Now that card is coming out reversed, and then this Page of Cups card came out reversed. So how I now I don't necessarily read tarot. I can, but what I like to do is just see, well, how are they connecting with maybe validate for you what I'm about to tell you that I'm getting. The Magician card, without a doubt, my friend, that is your magic. That is your purpose. That is what you are supposed to be doing during this lifetime. So the soul says. Um, there's no coincidence why you're drawn to the metaphysical. There's no coincidence why you're doing Reiki. These are all parts of the soul pulling you to go the direction that that the soul knows. um, that Page of Cups card now, when it's reversed, that is ultimately it's time to. So if you have a cup that is upside down, you can't fill that cup up. So what it's saying is either something was in that cup at one time and you decided to turn that cup upside down and say, you know what, no more, I'm done. I do feel like that for you in the future, by the way. But the other is it's time to turn that cup right side up and it's time to fill that cup up. And the page means it's time to stop repeating the same thing over and over and over so you can turn that page to start this new journey. You're kind of stuck in a Groundhog Day, my friend. Does that make sense?
Hmm. Yes, pretty much
And
so.
yeah,
Yeah.
I say it's SSDD, and I'll leave it to you to know what that means.
What? I'm
um,
sorry. What was that?
I said it's
It was.
SS.
Oh, see. Oh, got you.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it is, right? And then
Absolutely.
it's like, well, okay, I have got to do something because I know I'm stuck and I feel part of what I just a little bit of where I feel like you're stuck. It has to do with that fear. It's the fear of, gosh, am I making the right decision? Is this really where I, want to go with my life? What if, it's the what ifs and those what ifs and those I should have done this, I could have done this. One thing, and I mentioned this in the beginning of my podcast here, that we're in the year of the eight. Now, tomorrow is the 8-8 portal, and which is the Lionsgate portal, which is fire, which means it's time to ignite. So I want you to focus tomorrow on writing down everything that you're wanting to, whatever it is you're dreaming of doing, whatever it is you want to manifest, write it down tomorrow. And then I want you to take that piece of paper and you do one of two things. You can burn it and you can take those ashes and give it back to Gaia, Mother Earth, the universe. Or you can um, take that paper, fold it up, and keep it under your pillow. And then just go back and look at these and see how far you've come. Because I'm going to tell you by the end of this year, when I start to tap into premonitions and predictions, especially when I meet a fellow healer and light worker, I get so excited. So I'm going to tell you, I have a whole lot coming in, but I got to be brief because I got 2 minutes. Please step outside of that fear and out of that comfort zone. Okay. That ultimately is going to be what is going to get you to catapult into next year, where I feel right around April, May, you're going to see some changes with your career, with your journey, and with yourself, more importantly. So I hope that helped you. I know I've got 45 seconds left, but I'll tell you, my friend, please go follow me on my Facebook page. Let me know who you are, or you can go on Instagram too. It's minimedium75. Let me know who you are. I would love to tell you some more stuff too for free. Does that sound good?
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it's mini medium?
Yes, mini medium on Facebook. Or on Instagram, it's mini medium 75 at the end.
75. Awesome. Great. Karen, thank you so much. I will definitely connect with you.
Okay, sounds good, my friend. Have a beautiful night.
You too. Thank you.
You betcha. Bye-bye. All right, my friends, that's a wrap. It's so quick. I will see you guys next week, and I cannot wait. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.